Hey friends, it's Reagan from Prima Coffee, and this is What We Are Brewing. We are excited to be back this month featuring a new roaster, a new coffee, and a new brewer. This month, our roaster is Mother Tongue Coffee, hailing from the other side of the country in Oakland, California. And the coffee is their washed Ethiopian Daniel Mijane Halo Hartume out of Gedeb, Ethiopia. And we will be brewing it on the Hario switch. In front of us, I have 20 grams of coffee at a medium fine grind, a 7 on the EK43S to be exact. So the grind is pretty similar to that of your normal V60. Our water is at 210 degrees and our filter is already rinsed. Before we start brewing, I want to talk about the Hario switch for a second because it's really unique and it's very cool. The switch allows you to brew as either an immersion brewer or almost exactly the same as your normal V60 pour over. Today, the recipe we're using will utilize a little bit of both. So let's go ahead and pour the coffee into brewer, level that. It should be noted that I have the switch up, which is in the closed position. So when I go to pour this first 80 gram pour, the water and the coffee will stay in constant contact. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this 80 grams, give it a twirl. And as you can see, the drawdown isn't happening. So the water and the coffee are staying in constant contact. And we will let this go for 45 seconds. Okay, so now that we've hit that 45-second mark, we are going to flip that switch down and let that drawdown begin. And we are going to add another 110 grams and just pour it as we would a normal V60 pour over at this point. All right, so we're at 110 grams. We're going to let this go for about a minute. And while we're waiting, I want to talk to you about Mother Tongue Coffee and why we're so excited to feature them. It's because of the one and only Jen Abadaka. She is kind of a coffee roasting guru. She is the 2019 Cup Tasting Champion and is also the founder of hashtag She's the Roaster, which encourages and empowers women in the coffee business to become professional roasters. We waited 1 minute and we are going to pour our next and final 110 gram pour all the way up to 300 grams, still with that switch open. This coffee, as I stated earlier, is out of Gedeb, Ethiopia, and was washed and processed at the Halo Hartume washing station, which is one of 2 family-operated washing stations run by Daniel Mijane. The flavor notes that are mentioned on the bag are jasmine and peach rings, like the candy, and you immediately get those notes of jasmine and a really sweet, pleasant taste that is, I guess, the peach rings. All right, so it is pretty much drained. I'm gonna flip that switch up. And this one took a little bit longer than normal. I'd say about 4.5 minutes is what you're aiming for when brewing with this recipe. So I guess let's give it a try. That is a very, very good cup of coffee. You do get those hints of jasmine at the beginning. And then there's a really pleasant acidity to it. So make sure to check out Mother Tongue. We will drop the link in the description. And you can find this recipe and the Hario switch, which will be available again this summer online at primacoffee.com. And I'll see you guys next time.